Well, hello everyone. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Scott, and this is the very first video that I'm uploading here on my second YouTube channel. And I got to thinking, boy, you're a pro at this. You should know better. They're doing construction around the corner, and I hope that you guys aren't hearing this. Now, I'm not a pro technically, but with the other YouTube channel, having under 200 videos under my belt, you would think by now that I would know better. But you know what? Me getting out there once again, doing what I miss from the very beginning. First of all, don't get me wrong. My other YouTube channel, I appreciate the hell out of it. I love it. I'm very proud of it. I mean, I can remember it took me forever to get my first 100 subscribers on there. And to this very day, I still appreciate that more than I did my first 1,000 subscribers. I don't know, there was just something about it. I think it's because in the first 100 subscribers, I was having more fun creating those videos. Everything was still fresh, everything was still new, and I was just so giddy and excited all the time. But in the true beginnings of that particular channel, I really didn't know what the hell I was doing. Now, granted, I knew how to turn on the camera, record, etc., etc. When it was, what am I going to do with this channel? I don't live in California. I don't have a lot of exciting things to show, but I did it anyways. But you know what? I loved it and I had fun. For the past 6 months, I got to thinking a lot about, life itself. Well, let's face it, in the past 6 years, I've been thinking a lot about life itself. And this year alone, there's been some things that's really kind of opened my eyes and made me realize I really need to start capturing more personal moments or where I live, or just areas that I have been, that I've traveled quite a bit, mainly because of what I have to do to earn a living, and that's delivery work. And not too long ago, it was not too long ago, that didn't make any sense, but it wasn't that long ago, I bumped into somebody who I hadn't seen in about 10 plus years. And he actually he's from a town further north, actually where my son lives in Troy, Ohio. And I live in Heber Heights, and that's where we're going to start today as soon as I'm done. And he was just surprised to see some of the changes. So I thought, boom, right there. That's exactly what I need to do. I've had all these signs, especially really in the past 6 months. I need to get back out there and not only capture memories for myself to hold on to, but hopefully either you might see some things around here that you enjoy that you've never seen before, independent people that have been kind of curious about maybe Dayton, Ohio and its surroundings, or you're like my old friend there who's from around the area and hasn't seen it in 10 plus years. And even though we have the power of the internet with Google and YouTube, et cetera, Wikipedia, sometimes it's the little things like these type of videos that will really capture the moment. And all you have to do is just point and shoot and discuss certain memories that you may have. And that person like, oh yeah, oh my God, I remember that. Or whatever happened to this or whatever happened to that. So as you can see, some things will never change. Construction, even in the fall. Right now I'm standing in a parking lot that I have driven by, I can't tell you how many times, even before I lived out here in Heber Heights. You may recognize this school. Yes, St. Peter's School. I'm basically a parking lot that's been here forever. Well, really a shopping center that's been here forever. Right on the corner of Chambersburg and Brant Pike, otherwise known as 201. Down here, and I'll try to pull up a little bit closer later on, it's kind of like a place for kids, young adults to hang out. They basically have a lot of trampolines and games and stuff in there. It used to be a Kroger's. And yes, they still have the BMV. In fact, back in 1986, a long time ago, I actually took my driver's test right out here. It's still one of the busiest BMVs around. Now this is fairly new. Some Mexican market restaurant. Here's that trampoline place, got a little bit closer. Trampoline park. Team Combat. Kid Air. There's one more thing that I want to make sure that I capture before I leave this, pretty famous, notorious parking lot of businesses on Chambersburg and Brant Pike. That sign, I want to say it's probably about 2 to 3 years old. And I noticed the one thing that was pretty convenient, especially if you're a huge Buckeye fan, even like the day before a game, it kind of had a countdown of when the game starts. And during the game itself, they'll actually have the score of obviously when the Buckeyes are kicking somebody's butt. Let's face it, folks, they usually are. So if you're living out in California right now and you're planning on heading home for Thanksgiving, well, there's a new sign for you to check out right there. I had to bring you out here. This incredible landscape of Cloud Park. Right across the street is Cloud Plaza. I know you're thinking, well, Scott, could you zoom in a little bit, please? Well, I was zoomed in. Now I'm pan back. Why? Because I got my wide angle lens on it. I didn't think about it because my car is way back there. And the real reason why I'm standing right here in the middle of these two soccer fields at Cloud Park, really the majority of it's right behind me. In fact, I'm going to try to remember to share a memory of being back there a long time ago. But before I get to that, I wanted to at least talk about Godfather's Pizza right across the street. Now, if you're like me, or at least around my age, and you are from around here, and it's been a long time, I'm going to tell you right now, if you come back to visit anybody, that's not the same Godfather's that we used to have back in the day. It's all right, it's good, but it's not the same. And everybody loved it. It was just amazing pizza. In fact, it was usually the type of pizza you'd have one slice that it may fill you up for 2 days. It was just that good. I can't remember how many Godfathers we had back then. If you do know, you know what to do. Leave it in the comment section. Or if you have any memories of the OG of Godfathers, please share with us. I'd love to hear it. But before I forget, the Cloud Park that you see behind me, the memories that I have of this place, I was probably around 10, 11 years old. My Uncle Johnny was actually my mom's ex-husband. It was his brother, Johnny, so I still call him Uncle Johnny. He has a son and daughter, Vicky and Johnny. So if you're watching this, hello. I know it's been a long time. I remember him taking us back here where they'd have like 4th of July fireworks. I don't know if they still have those fireworks or not, because it's been a long time since I've actually came out here for the fireworks. I've seen so many fireworks in my time, especially at Kings Island, which someday I'll take us all out there. I don't really worry about too much, but who knows? Maybe I'll revisit Cloud Park if they still do the 4th of July around here, because I remember they were actually pretty darn cool back then. One more thing that I want to make sure that I point out before leaving. As you can see here, a future site of the Heber Heights Veterans Memorial. So yeah, that ought to be pretty cool. I was going to wait till this jet went by, but it's probably going to be a while, because technically where I'm standing, I'm really not that far from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and we will get one of those big, huge planes that'll fly around in the sky. I mean, in other words, driving by one of those things, you could practically fit a hotel in one of those. I don't know what they're called. I'm not a plane person, but the thing is huge. But anyways, the reason why I'm standing here is I wanted to at least show you guys, like I said, if you're from around here and it's been a long time, this is the very first Myers that we had here in Dayton. This is where it used to be. As you can see, it's nothing but an empty parking lot right now. It's kind of sad to see because it's been like this for a while. And right across the street, they have other new developments of shopping. It's been there for a while, but the one thing I'm personally excited about, are right there in the center, that's a Dunkin' Donuts. Now for me, that's huge. I love Dunkin' Donuts. But sadly, yes, Myers is gone here. They just tore it down and they decided to build a new one. I believe I said it already. Right there pretty much on Brant Pike and 70. I might go get some coffee too. Gee, I wonder where. I can't even tell you how many times I've been here. This area, it was pretty much, granted it wasn't a huge movie theater, but right there, that building with the kind of the brownish orange, I guess you could say, right there was a movie theater where I seen so many great movies back in the day. It's called the Flicker Palace. Let's put it this way. In 1978, I was only 8 years old. And other people that are familiar with me on my other YouTube channel, they've heard the story already. But they haven't actually seen this place, unless they're from around here, of course. But in 1978, I went to go see the Halloween. That's right, John Carpenter's Halloween in this what used to be a movie theater, and it scared the living you-know-what out of me. In fact, I remember even seeing Friday the 13th here, Aliens, in fact, I can even remember coming here where they had midnight showings as well. Like, remember the movie Flash Gordon, or the old classic Flash Gordons, and in the 80s, they brought it back? Well, they also had that cheesy, like, porn Flesh Gordon, where they showed it right here as well. Do you remember where the old Kmart used to be? Now you see a Royal King. So if you're from around here and it's been a long time, you're wondering what the hell? Well, as most of us may know, a lot of Kmart's have been closed, and now there's this Royal King. It's kind of like a place for rednecks, to be honest with you. And as soon as you walk in there, it's either a good or bad day when it comes to popcorn. It's either burnt to hell or it's freshly made. To be honest, I've been in there a few times, and they actually have some pretty good prices on stuff. So yes, that's the old Kmart. And then of course, here's another sad thing. But yes, this used to be a White Castle. White Castle, you either love or hate it, but this used to be a landmark right here as well, right at the corner of Taylorsville and Old Troy Pike. Old Troy Pike. Old Troy Pike. I'm gonna do that a lot, I can tell you that right now. I want to take you guys down a cul-de-sac that, well, I have a lot of fond, close personal memories. Now, there's a fence right along this brown fence along the backyard. It wasn't there at the time, but some people that I was very close to lived in this house. It was the Robinsons, and unfortunately, Dan Robinson passed away in 2006, and his wife Trudy, she passed away in, I believe it was 98 or 99. Their son, I used to hang out with quite a bit. This is where he grew up. He went to Wayne High School. The day that we had to well, I don't want to get into details because I'll get pretty sad, but this house right here, I have some absolute wonderful memories. A part of me would love to go knock on that door right now and ask him if I could come in to take a little tour, but maybe some other day. Just not quite ready yet. Here's one thing that I could definitely share with you that's not, I don't know, sad. In other words, this hasn't changed around here. As you can tell, I'm at the Tannersville Dam. This is pretty much a dam that one side's pretty much Vandalia, and this side's Heber Heights. Pretty easy to get to. Now, this is actually Route 40 that goes along around through here. That's pretty much the road that goes over the dam. You can get to another section of one of the metro parks. There's quite a few of them around here in the Montgomery County, Miami Valley area. And this is one of them. Now, I'm not going to go down this trail today, because, well, I don't have enough time and enough, well, let's face it, it would probably bore the hell out of you, but it's actually a really cool trail. Yes, it is fall right now, but when the leaves actually start turning the colors, when you're going across the dam either way, it's just a beautiful view. This hasn't been here that long, but I'm telling you what, for you concert goers, this is definitely the place to be in the summertime. As you can see, it says the Rose Music Center in Heber Heights. It's actually, I-70 is like right along here. It's right in between 201 and 202. And I'm telling you what, you could see as you're driving along I-70, now, I don't know if you guys can be able to see it behind me, but right there, that big thing that's posted in the ground, not this post, but over there, you'll definitely see one of those digital signs where it's showing all the venues that are popping up all through the summer. And there are some big names that come out here. It started off from Whitesnake, Chicago, Britt Floyd, Sammy Hagar in the Circle, Jason Bonham. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Well, folks, I'm sorry. I was going to show you one more thing, but unfortunately there was a lot of construction, and this time of the year really was not the best time of the year to see it anyway, since it's a water park. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I guarantee you there will be more to see in Heber Heights down the road, especially as we start getting into spring, summer, and fall. Granted, it's late fall now, but you never know. I may take us out in Heber Heights again when there's some snow on the ground, especially when you get to see some of the cool Christmas tree lights and stuff. This was the first video, like I said in the beginning, and if you're enjoying this, and if you have any suggestions on some of the towns that you would like to see around here, maybe you grew up in Fairborn, or Xenia, Troy, Tip City. I mean, I'm planning on hitting these towns anyways, but if you'd really like to see it, please let me know in the description box down below. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know you, as well as get to know some of the town that I grew up in, and who knows, maybe you and I will learn something that we never knew about it the whole time. I'm pretty excited about this channel. I hope it goes well. If anything, it'll give me some good exercise that I desperately need. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye.